emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics. It's time for everybody's favorite avalanche of comic art on Last Call this weekend. Welcome to the Final Order Report, where we show you every comic book before they head to print and quantities are finalized. Let's try that. I'm Dan Merritt, Chief Purchasing Officer at Green Brain Comics, and I'm here to give you the inside scoop and your last chance to subscribe or special order before the final order deadline this Monday at noon. That's August 4th. These titles will be hitting our shelves as soon as August 27th. Green Brain Comics and the Final Order Report are proudly powered by Comichub. Check out Comichub online at comichub.com or download the mobile app for Android and iPhone. Create an account or access your existing account to order and pay securely online, ensuring you never miss an issue. Today, I'll be using Comichub to showcase items from this week's Last Call for Confirmed Orders Carousel. Let me jump out of the way and show you around. First, behind the orange banner here is anything that we may have in store for you currently and are waiting for payment and for you to pick up or ship. Behind the green banner is all of the carousels we will be showing you today. Top down search items with preview pages, search arriving soon. That's all the stuff that's on the invoice for this Wednesday. Search orders due Sunday for Last Call. That's the one we will be looking at today. And just an additional tool to show you is search events. That's great for looking at crossover events. That may be a great shortcut for you. Once you click through, let's go back to search orders due Sunday, Last Call. Once you click back through there, you'll see the scrolling menu of books that are on Last Call this weekend. You see we got the red buttons, which are alphanumeric filters on the top. And then we've got drop downs for publisher, category, brand, and more. And that's Comichub in a nutshell. And the first thing that we will be showing you today, let's get back there. First thing we'll be showing you today is small press comics. And the first small press comic I want to show you today is right there. No, it's right there. Still learning my studio. We got a second issue of Ancestral Recall. This is the A cover for a new series that's actually debuting this Wednesday, coming up the 6th, from writer Jordan Clark and artist Atagon Ilhan, who does this A cover. And we got Kids These Days over at Keen Spot. That's number 3. Mark Spears' Monsters number 7 is back with this Headless Horseman cover. Got a JSA homage, JSA classified homage variant. Oh, that's right. This is the Power Girl pose. Right. Good one, Mark. And then we got a couple Halloween homages. This is for the second movie poster and the classic third movie poster for Mark Spears' Monsters number 7. All right, we got a first issue over at, what's the name of that publisher? Ignition Press, from the co-creator of the Beauty, soon to be a prestige FX television series. comes this new concept of modern horror. Fans of true crime podcasts are noticing brand new episodes of a show they thought was over appearing in their feed. But when they queue up the first episode, they find themselves overtaken by a murderous urge from Jeremy Hahn and artist Mike Tisserand. It's Murder Podcast number 1 from Ignition Press, with an A cover by Jeremy Hahn and a B cover by Mike Tisserand, available on September 10th. Next up is a bunch more stuff from Mad Cave Studios. Got a 3rd issue for Blue Paulo Verde. Number 4 of Pale Night by Peter Milligan. Speed Racer number 2. Number 1 just debuted this week. Sold pretty well. A lot of buzz around this book from writer Dave Pepose and artist David Tinto, with this cover by Alessio Zano. Vanishing Point returns with the 4th issue from Mark Russell and artist Jock on interiors, with this Chris Weston cover. Let's see, we get a new Gotcha Man one-shot. This is called Gotcha Man Joe Bloodlines. Joe Asakura thought he found family, but as it turns out, he found a trap. Racing to a city under galactic control, the Condor walks straight into a web of lies, covert killers, and weaponized hope. Now it's war, and Joe's out for blood. From Steve Orlando and Nicola Scott? I don't think so. Probably Ricardo Ribaldo. Sounds right. With an A cover by Nicola Scott. There we are. And a B cover by Francesco Tomaselli. It's Gotcha Man Joe Bloodlines number 1, one shot. Got a new 5-issue miniseries from writers Tim Daniel, David D.B. Andry, and artist Chris Evenhouse, who did this A cover. Got a B cover from Megan Hetrick. Yeah, Cora Martinez has seen her fair share of conflict. Let's get some art over here. She's seen her fair share of conflict as a Sonoran desert park ranger. She straddles the line between sheltering desperate immigrants and steering others away from an uncertain fate. She longs for a place. She longs for a place where disputes such as these no longer exist. But a clash far bigger than any on Earth is about to rip the heavens apart and crash land upon her doorstep with the arrival of 2 opposing combatants in an alien civil war through a rift in space. From Mad Cave Presents, it's Red Vector number 1, available on August 27th, with this cover by Chris Evenhouse, a B cover by Megan Hetrick. Yeah. Artillery number 1 of 3 from Jimmy Robinson, he of Bomb Queen fame. This is being published by Sumerian Comics. Got a one-shot of Black Demon Tales Descent from Amp Comics through Sumerian. And Black Diamond from Panic Entertainment, with this cover by Ben Templesmith. We got Bullet Adventures number 1. On the eve of his death, elderly Dale D'Souza is sent back in time to the Silver Age period where he was the speedster superhero Bullet. De-aged via the time travel, he faces off against one of his earliest adversaries and searches for a way to return to his own time. Bullet vs. Leopard Gecko cover from Francesco Citarella. Interior artist Laura Kane, written by Randy Stone, with this B cover by Laura Kane and an A cover by Nicholas Carizzo. Not sure how we're getting this, but it's cool. Antarctic Press has this Legendary Collection Lunar exclusive. 48 pages for $4.99. Collects the first 2 issues of Kaiju Cooking from Hiroshi Kanatani. Vault Comics brings us the 4th issue of this 4-issue miniseries from Dave Hill and Artyom Topolin. This has been a pretty brutal series. Good heavy metal. Let's see. This is from Rekka Press. This is The Future Is. Lots of X's from writer Fred Van Lent, artist Mario D'Alessandro, with a cover by Brandon Graham. Good one. Can I zoom in? Look at that. I recognize her. Savage Sword of Conan is back with number 10. They collide with a Serpentine crossover issue, preparing for the launch of the new Conan miniseries, Scourge of the Serpent, with this special issue boasting 3 thrilling tales from legendary writer Jim Zub and a host of other creators with this Mike Mignola cover. Tokyo Pop is back in the single issues with this series called Far Cry. This is the 2nd issue of Call the Herd and the 2nd issue of The 4th Rope. Let's see, from Udon Press we get Mega Man Zero Timelines. This is a one-shot with a cover by Hanzo Steinbeck and a B cover from Jeffrey Cruz. Mega Man Zero Timelines. All right, we got from Boom Studios, we got Bronze Faces number 5. Creeping Below number 4 from Brian Azzarello and Vanessa Del Rey. Hello Darkness from, this is Hello Darkness number 14 with this swell cover. This is a 20th anniversary variant by Rebecca Puebla. Eyeballs, eyeballs, eyeballs. Also from Boom Studios, Boombox imprint, we get Last Witch, Blood and Betrayal number 3. And Power Rangers Prime number 10, the Jorge Corona cover. Hellboy and the BPRD is back with this 2nd issue of the Hellboy and Love, The Art of Fire. I wish we had some cover art. Maybe next time. Huck Volume 2, Big Bad World number 4 drops on August 27th from Mark Miller, Raphael Albuquerque, who did this A cover. And Star Wars Hyperspace Stories Codebreaker number 3, Fleeing the First Order, drops on August 27th. Let that one out of order. All right. The Oddly Pedestrian Life of Christopher Chaos, Volume 2, number 3. And we get this first issue of a new enterprise, new license venture for Magic the Gathering, now being published at Dark Horse Comics from writer Dan Waters and artist Owen Gianni. This is Magic the Gathering Untold Stories Elspeth. Got this A cover from Owen Gianni, a B cover from Vincenzo Riccardi. That's pretty cool. Very swirly. Anna Steinbauer. And that's all for Magic the Gathering Untold Stories Elspeth number 1 drops on September 10th from Dark Horse Comics. Also, a new debut series. This is a 4-issue miniseries from creator Dan Brereton, who brings back his best-known creation, Nocturnals, in this new miniseries, The Sinister Path. Let's see, we got 2 covers for this. While the Town Sleeps, Evil Rises. A war is fought for the soul of Pacific City by monsters, human and supernatural. But some of the monsters are on our side. The Nocturnals, led by Doc Horror, his his daughter Evening. Yeah, his daughter Evening and their band of misfit vigilantes are all that stands against an eldritch criminal underworld. The death of the mysterious. Oh yeah. This is the 31st anniversary of Dan Brereton's masterpiece, The Nocturnals, The All Hallows Eve. That's right. This features 2-page character introductions, plus every issue has a pinup on the back. 4 issues from Dan Brereton drops on September 10th. With this B cover from Sean Gordon Murphy and that A from Dan Brereton. Fun times. Look what else is back. It's Powers celebrating. What? Powers is back. Powers is one of the longest running independent comics in history. And to celebrate the 25th anniversary landmark, the original creators Bendis and Aiming have returned for a brand new monthly series of all new crime and capes like you've never seen them before. A fun, dangerous adult look at a world of heroes through the eyes of a special homicide officer, Detective Cutter, and her brand new partner, and the first power to ever make Powers Division, Mobius Moon, under the watchful eyes of legendary captains Dina Pilgrim and Anki Sunrise. The new detectives are running through a minefield of all new dangers. Each issue of Powers 25 will feature an all-new variant cover by a Dark Horse All-Star legend, including this A cover by Michael Avon Oeming, David Mack cover on the B, a C from Mike Mignola, and a D cover from David Marquez. It's Powers 25, a 12-issue series celebrating the 25th anniversary of Powers. All right. So I'm going to do like a dedicated Star Wars section here at the end of Dark Horse every week now. So let's continue that with Star Wars Tales from the Nightlands. It's writer Cavan Scott and artist Sue Lee with this cover by Francesco Francavilla. Let's see. This Star Wars boogeyman that seeks to possess a living host and bring chaos to the galaxy. Looks like fun. From Star Wars, it's the Tales from the Nightlands #1. Francesco Francavilla cover on A. Let's see. Who did that? The Nightlander. Yeah, McCaig. Ian McCaig, the cover artist. Very nice. Drops on September 10th. And we'll just jump over to Marvel book here. This is a new Star Wars Han Solo series, Hunt for the Falcon. In the time before the Force Awakens, where is the Millennium Falcon? Less than satisfied with a settled life, Han Solo lands on an idea of reclaiming the Falcon and returning to a life of adventure. The problem is, he can't find it. After enlisting a less than enthusiastic Chewbacca, the duo embarks upon a quest to reclaim the greatest ship in the galaxy. Standing in the way are a laundry list of rogues who have staked a claim to the Millennium Falcon as well, like the villainous scoundrel who stole the Falcon to begin with. It's Duquesne! Oh no, from writer Rodney Barnes and artist Ramon Rosales, who also does this A cover. We get this Chris Sprouse Revenge of the Sith 20th anniversary variant, Dan Panosian variant, Old Man Han, EJ Sue looking pretty swell. It's Star Wars Han Solo Hunt for the Falcon #1 on FOC this week, and it's scheduled to be on sale September 3rd. Star Wars Han Solo. Jump right over to Dynamite. We got DuckTales #6, Herculoids #7, Bjorn Barron's cover, cool. Also, Bjorn Barron's cover on Red Sonja versus Army of Darkness number 5. And we get a new Red Sonja, Baptism of Fire. It's the Sonja Reborn number 1 from Christopher Priest and artist Alessandro Miracolo. In a contest to decide the fate of the world, the ancient and codependent gods, the light and the dark, transport Maggie Sutherland, a young British clerk from the year 2025, into the wilds of Hyboria. When she awakens, transformed into the renowned Hyrcanian Bellatrix, Red Sonja, thrown headlong into a realm of gods and monsters, Maggie must quickly learn how to survive both the harsh environment and the constant threats posed by friends and foes alike. From legendary writer Christopher Priest comes this fun what-if story and riveting reinterpretation of this hero's journey. Red Sonja number 1 has this Stefan Sejic cover on A. Ooh, Joshua Middleton. That's swell. Chad Harden. Greg Land. All 4 Sonja Reborn number 1 drops on August 27th from Dynamite Press. And finally from Dynamite, we got Stitch number 1. This brand new series starring the galaxy's most dangerous and adorable weapon returns. From writer Tom Ratliff and artist Greta Cella. We get all kind of swell covers on this very fun series. Set to drop on August 27th. We get swell covers from Edwin Galman on A. Jay Lee. What do they call this one? I guess this is just, this is just artist Ciro Canglioso. And Jennifer L. Meyer. That's swell. I like that one a lot. Stitch number 1, August 27th. On over to IDW. Clipping along. The first issue of Godzilla Kaisei Era gets a second printing with this new cover by interior artist Nicola Semeja. We're connected, you and I, in a terrible circuit of lament. We also get a second issue of Godzilla Kaisei Era with this new cover by Nicola Semeja. All kinds of Godzilla on FOC this week. We got Godzilla Here There Be Aliens number 4. Continuing this swell series from Frank Thierry and Angel Hernandez. Then we got a new issue of Star Trek Lower Decks number 11 set to drop on September 10th. And let's see, Valiant is now being published through IDW. We get a new 3-issue mini-series called Valiant Beyond, the all-new Harbinger from writer Fred Van Lent and artist Eric Tamayo. Meet the all-new Harbinger. Designed as the ultimate jumping-on point, the Valiant Beyond line of comics are absolute must-reads that will energize your love for superheroes. With this A cover from Bella Rocklin, a B cover from Guillermo Fajardo, Dennis Calero on C, and a design cover by Andres Ponce. It's Valiant Beyond, Valiant Beyond All New Harbinger. Number 1 of 3. And that does it for the small press. What did I do there? That does it for small press. Now let's move on to Image Comics. We've got a good list of Image Comics to look at today. Let's start with Dust to Dust, number 6. Ooh, this has been on hiatus for a little while from J.G. Jones and writer Phil Bram. It'll be great to have this back on the shelf on August 27th. Gehenna Naked Aggression is back with number 3 on August 27th. As is Geiger number 17 from Jeff Johns and Brad Anderson. Eduardo Pensica. Ghost Pepper number 1 gets a second printing with this A cover by writer, Ludo Lullaby, and a B cover reprinting that swell Art Germ variant. Also from Ghost Machine, we get Hornsby and Halo number 9 from Peter J. Tomasi and Ramon Box. Tyrant number 2 comes back with a new issue on August 27th. This just debuted this last week. Seems to be doing pretty well. If you're interested in this new book by E.E. Zahn, get those orders in by Monday. Kaya number 29 has this swell B variant by Elsa Chartier. Lazarus Fallen number 3 returns on August 27th from Michael Lark and Greg Rucka. Lost Fantasy number 4 by Kurt Pyers and Luca Casalanguida. And Monstrous number 59. This book has been reserved for subscribers only. If you're interested in subscribing to this or special ordering, get that order in through Comichub or email us at greenbraincomics.com. News from the Fallout number 3 with this B cover by Andrew McLean. Look how swell that is. Love that line work. Patiently waiting for the return of Headlopper. Sleep number 4 from Xander Cannon. And the Spawn Rat City series number 17 continues. We haven't been supporting this on the shelf, but you can special order it. Spawn Scorch number 44 with this Not Johnny Blaze cover. The Voice Said Kill returns with number 2 from Cy Spurrier and Vanessa Del Rey. Void Rivals speeds to its epic conclusion with issue 22 featuring Springer versus Proximus and what is Schizoid planning. And we're taking everyone down with us number 5 from Image Comics and Matthew Rosenberg with this cover by Stefano Landini, who does interiors. You'll Do Bad Things number 6, the final issue of this 6-issue miniseries, drops on the 27th. And here's an interesting thing. This is a 32-page comic for $9.99. I'm guessing it's going to be, it's a Treasury edition. It's oversized. This is The Man Who Dreamt the Impossible, a tribute to Jack Kirby by Mario Freitas and artist Lucas Pereira. Let's see. Jack King is the eldest in the care home, a prodigy of imagination, always telling fascinating stories, but recently suffering from extreme fatigue and lack of motivation. Then comes Mike, a young orderly who will help restore Jack's spirit and his much-loved library, a place fallen into disarray and near abandonment, certainly not unrelated to the sinister pestilence lurking on its shelf, a fictionalized tribute to Jack Kirby, to the men who better took care of his work, and to the others who suffered the same creative and editorial constraints throughout their careers. Wow. 32 pages, Treasury size for $9.99, August 27th. Universal Monsters returns with this new 4-issue miniseries starring the Invisible Man. Jack Griffin has always been invisible to the people around him, at least in his own mind. But when an experimental breakthrough presents a path to make his dreams of invisibility a reality, no one, not even the woman he loves, will stand in his way. Witness Griffin's legendary descent into madness as his humanity fades away and the monster inside is revealed, leaving only the Invisible Man. Dun dun dun! The horror dream team of James Tynion IV and Danny on interiors reveal this vision for one of the most horrific monsters in cinematic history. Yeah, we got this Danny cover on A. Got a B cover from Joshua Middleton. Got that blank sketch cover. All four Universal Monsters, The Invisible Man #1. I think they were talking about some David Aja covers for this one. I'll keep you posted on that. That would be swell. And that takes care of Image Comics for this week. Next up on Final Order Report, we'll take a look at DC Comics. First of which will be the Absolute Martian Manhunter #6. This is the C cardstock variant, but I thought it was very cool, from artist Mitch Gerads. See how cool that is? I'm glad we got our zoom back on DC and Image. Thanks, Comic Hub team. Beautiful. Also got a new Absolute Wonder Woman issue #11. This is the Derek Chew cardstock variant for $1 extra. Action Comics #23 gets this facsimile edition featuring the first appearance of Lex Luthor. Art by Joe Shuster, Fred Gardner, Sheldon Moldoff, and Bernard Bailey with this Joe Shuster cover. Kind of like this cover by Bruno Redondo, who's been doing artist spotlight variants on DCU books. This is for Flash #24, Bad Moon Rising Part 6 on FOC this week. Also get a Bruno Redondo artist spotlight variant for Green Arrow 27. David Paratore did this B cover for Green Lantern #26. You could special order that today. Green Lantern Dark reaches the 6th issue of this 7-issue miniseries from Tate Brownball, Werther Daldera. Harley Quinn returns with issue 53. We got this cover C from Mahmoud Asrar that I'm in love with. It's beautiful. It's so fun. Justice League Unlimited, The March to Apocalypse continues. #10. Mr. Terrific Year 1, #4 of 6 has this cardstock B cover by Greg Smallwood. I think that's pretty swell. Superman 29. 28 just sold out. Went quick. Rest in peace, Legion of Superheroes. Oh no, they're all dead. From Joshua Williamson and Dan Mora. Ooh, there's that David Aja cover. Look how pretty. Ooh, and here we got this new #1. This is a new 6-issue miniseries from writer Kyle Higgins and artist Matt Groom, who kickstart a new sci-fi Batman epic. Humanity broke the barrier between our universe and our universe's shadow. From the void, from the void came horrific apparitions that craved nothing but destruction. But for this terror, a legend is born. From artist Erica Durso and writer Kyle Higgins with Matt Groom, this is Immortal Legend Batman #1 with this Dan Mora cover and a B cover from Homare. That's pretty cool. Immortal Legend Batman. All right, I blew the surprise. Batman #1. A bold new era of Batman starts here. A new dawn. A new day dawns for the Dark Knight detective as Eisner Award-winning writer Matt Fraction joins forces with superstar artist Jorge Jimenez for an unforgettable new era of Batman. Right. The best superhero in comics gets a brand new first issue to kick off this new era that will test Batman and Bruce Wayne like never before. It's got a bajillion variants, and you can see them all here. They're all on FOC this weekend. Let's see. Let's get back to the beginning here. We got a cover by Jorge Jimenez himself. Jim Lee's got this cardstock variant. Mark Silvestri's back. Look at that. Look at all those lines. J. Scott Campbell got his work in on time for this one. Frank Quitely's back. Look at that. How cool. Gabriel Dell'Otto on this connecting variant. Julian Totino Tedesco. Got a bat symbol variant. And we get a foil variant for a couple of extra bucks for Batman #1. Also get this, we got this wraparound foil variant from Stanley Art Germlau. Holy smokes. That one runs $24.99. That's crazy. It's cool. Did the blank already. Yeah. It's Batman #1. This drops on September 3rd from writer Matt Fraction and artist Jorge Jimenez. We also have the option of special ordering this giant size. Pardon me. Let's get that down. Give you the deets here. We also have this giant size special edition option. This is the treasury format that they've been doing so well with. Or no, I think this is actually the 11x17. Same size as that work in progress stuff. These are $14.99 or $19.99 for the foil variant. This is for the giant size special edition. Might want to special order this one. And that does it for DC this week. Let's now take a look at Marvel. First thing up in line for Marvel is the all-new Venom #10 from Al Ewing and Carlos Gomez with this Adam Kubert cover. And we also get this. There it is. We get this Alex Ross Timeless Virgin variant featuring Cloak. We've got a few other Alex Ross Timeless variants on the list this week. Check this out. We got a next big storyline at Amazing Spider-Man. This is number 11. Spidey Goes Cosmic, a tale of two Spider-Man. One Spider-Man swings around New York City, meting out justice in an unfriendly manner. Another Spider-Man is found in a distant solar system, running with strange companions. One such companion, a stranger named Simbi, makes his first appearance here. The next major chapter in Spider-Man's life begins right here. Wow, so many covers. Let me get back here. Okay, got the A cover. First off, this issue is written by Joe Kelly with interiors by Pepe Larraz, who did this A cover. Got a Ben Sue Simbi variant, a Bengal Wretched character first appearance variant, right? The Javier Garrón spoiler variant. Young Join Yoon, new costume variant. Lee Bermejo, Amazing Visions. And we got this Disney Stitch variant. Marvel's doing a bunch of these Stitch variants. I think we may have another one or two on the list today, and as we will over the next week or two. Pepe Larraz also provides this promo variant for Amazing Spider-Man number 11. Ooh, we also get this retro Halloween mask variant. We got a whole bunch of these coming through as well, inspired by classic designs and meant to be fun. The next major chapter of Spider-Man's life begins here. We also get that Sanford Green variant. All right. Marvel Zombies attack in the ruins of Secret Wars. It's Avengers number 30 from Jed MacKay and Fareed Karami, featuring the X-Men. There's also a Disney Stitch variant that looks like art by Humberto Ramos. Oh, Stitch. Got a Luciano Vecchio Vision variant. And this Peach Momoko variant. A retro Halloween mask variant. Fun. Ooh, then we get a second issue of the facsimile edition reprinting of Civil War from Mark Miller and Steve McNiven. Doctor Strange returns with anniversary issue 450. As turmoil seizes Asgard, Doctor Strange's life is about to change forever. But as he stands on the threshold of a true journey into mystery, it turns out, oopsie, the past isn't quite done with him yet. Fan favorite creators, including Derek Landy, Christian Ward, Ashley Allen, and Ivan Fiorelli, reveal untold tales of Stephen Strange's past, while current scribe Derek Landy reveals a glimpse of the future to come as Marvel celebrates 450 issues of Doctor Strange with this A cover from Lionel Francis Yu. Kevin Nolan variant, very cool. Very cool. A NetEase variant by somebody. It's all cool. Drops on September 30th. September 3rd, pardon me. Gwenpool returns with issue 5 on September 3rd. Laura Kinney, Wolverine number 10, with this cover by Elena Casagrande. And an Alex Ross Timeless Dazzler variant. Look at how swell that is. Fair Fawcett hair and everything. Magic number 9 with this Pablo Villalobos variant. Cover. This is the A. Wise choice. And an Alex Ross Timeless Havoc variant. Marvel Knights The World to Come continues with issue 3 of the most shocking story of 2025 from Christopher Priest and Joe Quesada. Got an A cover or B cover from Chris Allen. And look, a J. Scott Campbell Just Spectacular collection variant. Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu. He's not a ghost hunter, but he'll moonlight as one. From Jed MacKay, Domenico Carbone, and this David Paratori cover. Ooh, and Jorge Fornes variant. A NetEase variant. Cool. Ultimate X-Men number 19 from Peach Momoko. Ooh, here's a cool one. Uncanny X-Men number 20. The two baddest brawlers of the Louisiana X-Men buddy up to go undercover in faraway Argentina to chase and destroy a legendary X-villain. Two-fisted fury as only Wolverine and Ransom can bring it. And it's a rough, roaring ride for anyone who gets in their way. Uncanny X-Men number 20 from Gail Simone and Luciana Vecchio on interiors. David Marquez cover on A. Alex Ross Timeless. Fan Yang. And Ryan Gonzalez. Man, they know where their bread is buttered, don't they? The Uncanny X-Men number 20. Wolverine number 13. Fun cover. Martin Kokolo. Alex Ross Timeless. Sunfire. And as we're winding down Marvel Comics, we're entering into the first issue one-shot phase. This is the spin-off of Imperial. This is Imperial War Exiles number 1. A coup at home has imperiled Shi'ar Majestrix Zandra, tearing her from the throne. Her only hope for survival lies in a mismatched group of renegades led by her father, Professor Charles Xavier, and her resurrected mother, Lilandra. But when faced with the awesome power of the Shi'ar Imperial Guard, the only way to survive is to run. From Steve Fox, artist Francesco Manna, who did this A cover. Get an Alex Ross Timeless Professor X cover. A Ricky Yagawa Deathbird cover. Imperial War Exiles drops on September 3rd. It's Jeff returns with other Marvel tales. Girahiru cover. Bob Quinn. Now Fuji drops on September 3rd. This is a cool one. The hit 90s animated series returns. After searching to the ends of the multiverse, Peter Parker, the amazing, the spectacular, the radioactive webhead himself, aka Spider-Man, swings back into the streets of New York City with his beloved Mary Jane Watson in tow. What's this? One of these villains is not like the others? Witness the universe's debut of not one, but two of Spider-Man's greatest villains from the comics, legendary Spider scribe J.M. DeMatteis and rising star artist Jim Toh bring you the return we've all been waiting 30 years for, and you're never going to expect the twists and turns ahead for our neighborhood Spider-Man. Break out your action figures and post up in front of the TV as we bring you back to the greatest era of animated superhero television in history. All right. We got this A cover from Nick Bradshaw. We got a blank sketch variant. Greg Land. Oh, that's the local comic shop day variant and the very large forehead Spider-Man variant. Cool. John Tyler Christopher action figure. Marvel animation. And Ron Lim. All four Spider-Man 94 number 1 drops on September 3rd from J.M. DeMatteis and Jim Toh. And the moment we've all been waiting for, folks. This is going to be a big one. It's the first Marvel DC crossover in decades. And they're kicking it off with the one that you've pined for but never thought possible. Deadpool and Batman cross swords and batarangs as Marvel and DC unite for the first time in decades. Wade Wilson has been hired for a job in Gotham City, but will the world's greatest detective help him or destroy him? The main story starring Deadpool and Batman will be written by Zeb Wells and drawn by the industry superstar Greg Capullo. The one-shot will also feature additional backup stories spotlighting the other Marvel and DC team-ups from a lineup of all-star talent, including Daredevil and Green Arrow by Kevin Smith and Adam Kubert, Captain America and Wonder Woman by Chip Zdarsky and Terry Dodson, and Jeff the Landshark and Crypto by Kelly Thompson and Gurahiru. It's Marvel DC Deadpool Batman number 1 drops on September 17th. Page count 64 pages for the $6.99 one shot. This will have a a partner publication the following month, put out by DC Comics. This first one is published by Marvel Comics and could be yours with any one of these swell variants. Got the A cover by Greg Capullo. Art Germ variant featuring Catwoman and Magic. That's going to get some orders. This very fun Daniel Warren Johnson variant. Oh man. Acid Ribbich. Greg Capullo wraparound. This Gurahiru variant. Aw. An Insignia mashup variant. J. Scott Campbell with Huntress and Psylocke. Marco Cicchetto, Daredevil, Green Arrow. Peach Momoko, Elektra, and Batgirl. Russell Dodderman, Infinity Gauntlet homage. Look at that. Ryan Stegman homage. How cool. Scotty Young, thumbs uppin'. And Terry Dodson with Captain America, Wonder Woman. Ooh, we got a Pepe Larraz, Poison Ivy, and Rogue. A red blank variant. All four. Marvel, DC, Deadpool, Batman #1 drops on September 17th. So many covers, folks. If you're interested in any of these covers, make sure that you let us know by Monday at noon, before noon, so I can get those orders in. There's so many covers. I can't possibly carry them all for the shelf, but I can order one for you, our pal. Yeah. And that appears to be doing it. That appears to be the thing that I'm done doing. Let's do this. Nope, that didn't work. Let's do that. Yeah. That's it. That's almost every comic book on Last Call this weekend. And you've got until Monday at noon, August 4th, to order these items and many more. Please send and confirm items in your cart before the deadline. All right, before I go any further, folks, I just want to tell you about some events that we got coming up in and around the store. First of which will be join us back here for our weekly live stream. It's BRAINSCAN on Tuesday night at 6:30 for our live stream New Comic Day preview. Yeah, you could be a part of the fun. I'll be back here on Friday evening next week for more Last Call Final Order Report. And I think I got more, don't I? There it is. I got more. It's the East Dearborn Drink and Draw. It's only a week away from tonight. Hosted at Downey Brewing Company, downeybrewingcompany.com. They are located at 13121 Prospect in Dearborn. We've got a map link on our event page on our website. It's co-hosted by Blick Art Material and us folks at Green Brain Comics. And then you can come back for more Brain Candy. It's Brain Candy episode 71 with music by Vampire Cowgirl, the poetry of Dustin Pearson, a prose performance by Tim Jones, and the visual art of Amanda May Moore. Presented by the Emerging Writers Network and open and free at Green Brain Comics. Monday, August 18th at 7 p.m. It's Brain Candy number 71. I think that's it. Oh yeah. Look at all these cool comics that we got coming out this Wednesday. You could be a part of the fun. Wednesday, August 6th. And hey, look at that new comics list up on our website, greenbraincomics.com. Do that. I'll do that. Okay, cool. Thank you so much for joining me Oh, yeah. I think I can do it like this. Yeah, I'll do it like this. Thank you so much for joining me on Final Order Report. Stay up to date on all of our happenings. We are Green Brain Comics on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Blue Sky, and Twitter. All the links to our shopping cart, website, and Comic Hub are below in the description. Music for this episode provided by BRAINSCAN Productions. I should put that logo up. We are spreading the love of comic books and graphic novels from the heart of East Downtown Dearborn since 1985. Feed your brain at Green Brain Comics. Thanks for watching, folks. Emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics.